Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
Oh, the guy who makes the music forever, all of them?
Yeah, like every single, like all the big popular ones that aren't like already just like a song, like what's it called? The little Nas song. Do 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 do.
Industry Baby?
Yeah. But like every single one is made by like, you go to this Polish guy Spotify and it's like the top rated song is called Aura, which I assume is where the name came from. And then every single one I'm going through, I'm like, these are all of them. It's just this one Polish guy. Hell yeah, we invented the paperclip, Esperanto, and the Aura edit.
Did he invent the edit or the music for the edit? And I'm not trying to be I'm literally like, did he invent because that's a style of editing. Did he invent that, or did he invent the music someone
did it
used?
Exist before?
Don't know. I mean, how long has the Aura edit existed?
I feel like recently, but if I look it up, it's going to be like 10 years.
Because that PETA edit has existed for, I feel like forever. That Josh Hutcherson famous PETA edit.
Yeah.
I'll just timeline.
It's definitely gotten more popular.
The first Aura editor in Blocks Fruits lets you change the visual stage of your equipped Aura.
Nope, that's for a game. Never mind. It's not. It's okay. I get it. Thank you very much. No, I don't know.
You might need to know that.
I don't know.
I spent a lot of time trying to figure out. I was trying to do a GIMP edit, and so I select, invert, I go to delete the background, and it kept deleting some of the black inside the non-selected area. And I had no idea why. I just scrapped the project and started again. Because I was like, I don't know what I was Googling it, nothing was coming up. Because Zitz, have you read Zitz in the newspaper?
Zitz?
So the guy with the big shoes? The teenager with the big shoes?
No.
Okay, what's a very popular
I'm almost
newspaper
30.
comic?
Oh, newspaper comic.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about a newspaper story.
No, this is a
Dan
newspaper
Daniel
comic
type thing. Okay. I was like, dude, I'm almost 30.
And we were taught, kept getting edited in the comic strip thread I'm in. Because he's like, damn, I got because his girlfriend kisses the dog. And he's like, damn, I got showed up by this dog, right?
I'm listening. Oh, I have a what afterwards? Go for it.
And then someone edited to say, "Damn, I got mogged by this dog," or it's mogged by this cockatoo. Because then someone edited to say, "Damn, I got mogged by this cockatoo." And then I came in because there's this very famous among certain circles webcomic called, I want to say, Rain Dog. It's about it's a story told by a sentient human-sized dog in the future about how they got to that point. And it's kind of about this talking dog and her boy. And it got a lot of notice on the internet because she sleeps in the same bed as him and then they kiss. And then the parents, what do you call it? I want to say euthanize, but that's not the word. It's when you make it so a dog can't have babies. They cut out her
spay.
They cut out her womb or whatever.
Yeah, they
spay because they kissed her their son and they get rid of her. And there's the very famous 4 panels of the kiss. Staring at this, I was mogged by a cockatoo edit, and I'm like, it fits the pattern. And so I spent an hour. I was gonna go to bed. It was 5 a.m. I spent an hour making this edit. I got only one reaction to it. I'm so pissed. I'm gonna make Brandon go on and quote tweet it to get it back because I'm so happy with it. I feel like I made something truly awful. Look at this. And look how good I did, right? I did such a good job. What was the first Aura edit?
I don't know. I can't find the first Aura edit, but the famous Josh Hutcherson Aura edit to Flo Rida's Whistle is 2023. So way newer than I thought it was.
They're not that. So that was the primacy, and then they became the Aura edit when Polak went, "Oh, Sukablet," and made beautiful music. So. Also, as a podcast, I would like to. I'll do that after the intro. Welcome to the Two Men in a Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your ready to say something host, Matthew Olenchek, joined as always by my ready to listen co-husband and co-host, Harrison Poole. How you doing?
Doing great. What do you got to say?
Okay, so as a podcast, all right, as a 2 Men Movie podcast, we are taking an official acceptance of John, what's his name? Bethlehem? tough guy, Punisher.
Oh, John Bernthal.
John Bernthal's, he had an apology because earlier this month or last 30 days, he was pretty hard criticizing people who take naps.
Yeah.
And so he said, I'm really sorry about that. Honestly, that got away from me. I got nothing against you if you nap. I feel like you probably do have something better to do than nap, but I'm sorry. And we will accept this apology because it's honest. That's an honest apology.
You're a hardcore napper. I have recently started to dabble in the world of naps.
I hope yours are good. I don't have good naps.
Mine are the house is on fire and we need to put it out naps. Like mine are like desperation naps.
Oh, mine
more than
mine are
anything.
just like not the reason for it bad, but like I'll lay down and then I hit like a weird REM sleeper like paralysis stage, and then that's like the only time I have really super vivid dreams, and most of the time they're awful.
Okay.
I had a weird one about Avatar today. I don't the Blue Man movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what brought that on. I don't remember anything about it.
You weren't sleeping with Michelle. Who's the other?
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Thank you. The only person in my head
If I was
Michelle
sleeping
Williams.
with Michelle Rodriguez,
she's a very white woman.
I would have texted you and say, we're not doing the podcast anymore. I have everything I need in life. I need to devote that time to being with Michelle Rodriguez.
That's so okay. Being with Michelle Rodriguez in your dream, literally in your dream.
Oh, sorry. I thought you. I thought you had said something crazy that the reason, because I don't know why I had an Avatar dream.
No, I was trying.
And then you follow that up with you weren't sleeping with Michelle Rodriguez, which I thought you were saying, like you're making a joke that the reason I was having an Avatar dream is because I was next to the actress who played Trudy, the helicopter pilot, in James Cameron's hit movie Avatar. Dude, you got to bring on this podcast before we're done so you can see. You can understand.
I feel like it's gonna be an Inception deal where I'm like, it was fine. Like it was very watch. I truly feel like
I think it's gonna be the opposite, where you're like, that was better than I expected, because like Inception has like that mythos built up about it, or the mythos about Avatar is that no one can remember Avatar.
Sure.
Its mythos is that it's forgettable.
I mean,
and you're gonna watch it like, okay, that was actually pretty good. Michelle Rodriguez.
I don't know. Listen, I
who
don't
wears
know.
a tank top like most of the movie.
I'm not saying that they aren't in the same way. Okay,
they cut out her sex scene.
I've never met a person who has seen the second Avatar in theaters.
Yeah,
but it made $2 billion, almost $3 billion, so people had to.
I did.
In the same way that I've never met a person who has bought a ticket or gone to see Maroon 5 live, but they have to. Like, they're one of the biggest bands in the world. They play stadiums.
Still?
I mean, they probably still play stadiums today. Maybe fewer stadiums, maybe select city stadiums, but like they play very large venues. So people have to go see them. But I have never met a single person.
I know someone who saw Avatar too.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it because Michelle Rodriguez, spoiler, she dies in the first movie. And so I'm like, why am I going to go see the second movie?
No, I got you. Yeah.
They cut her sex scene. It's not, you can see it. It's not like, it's not sexual. But they had her fucking the biology nerd, and I think they cut that out because they're like, fucking biology nerds don't deserve Michelle Rodriguez, and I think that's a terrible decision to make. I think you should encourage every biology person that perhaps they can sleep with Michelle Rodriguez. We really need to get STEM going in this country. Okay, go into the app. Well. I got an ad for an app on YouTube, and it's a woman, and she's like, you can date Latinas, and then goes into like the most generic dating app spiel, and then afterwards a little quiz came up, like the YouTube quizzes after ads. They're like, what do you think of this ad? Was it relevant to you? Except all it said was, did you think that ad was beautiful? I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? That's I turn off YouTube Premium and I'm immediately hit with just the most surreal experience. You can date Latinas. Here's our boring dating app. Did you think that ad was beautiful?
Well, did you?
No, she wasn't even a Latina.
Lie.
It was just some white woman telling me I can
That's
date
false
Latinas.
advertising. I'm not.
Was she giving me permission?
Maybe.
Because it sounded like hey, this is where this is the app for dating Latinas. Right?
Yeah, you can
date Latinas. It's like, this is the only app that has them? Not what they're claiming.
Is it like, I mean, are they trying to make J-Date for Latinas?
No, it's just a regular dating app. It has it's not like any demographic.
Oh, it's new Tinder.
Yeah, it's like a new Tinder. Like, it's a Hinge, it's a Bumble, just your generic dating app. And it opened with a white woman telling me, you can date Latinas. And then doing like the generic spiel.
Honestly.
It did call to me like the Green Goblin's mask.
Yeah, did you download?
Nah. I was so taken aback, I didn't remember what it was called. It was surreal, dude. Like, why are you telling me I can date Latinas?
Now, I'm give me 1 second.
I don't need your permission.
I'm going to look up. You can date Latinas dating app advertisement. All of them are just showing Hispanic dating sites.
Yeah, as would be expected from a dating app that advertises you can date Latinas. One would expect that it has like a focus on that. Not just this is our generic dating. It's like if you saw a Bumble ad and it's like, want an interracial relationship? Try Bumble, where women message first. And it's like, what does it have to do with an interracial relationship?
If I was still in the... Okay, so I'm off the market.
Nope, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I was...
As soon as the first word wasn't you should have stopped. Because the first word of this ad was you, followed by can date Latinas.
I mean, you're allowed.
I don't need their permission.
If they consent, Matthew,
I don't need a white woman's permission to date Latinas. The audacity of white women. One of my friends does canvassing for a job, and she was handed a pamphlet because this woman was very worried about Sharia law being passed in Ohio. They're trying to pass Sharia law.
Sure.
Which always is the wildest thing, because I'm like, who is?
They.
And why are you worried?
Because they're trying to pass Sharia law.
Who's gonna vote for it in this state?
They are.
But that's why I'm like, what? Look around. Like, I see it. I see that like we're 64% fucking Protestant. What are you talking about? And one guy was like, yeah, I'm Protestant, but he said it like Protestant. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know, it's like sometimes people are like, just like one of your friends said something a little bigoted, you know, is that okay? And I'm like, I mean, to be fair, I think I'm legitimately bigoted against Protestants.
You are.
Yeah, like I'm legitimate. I am legitimately dismissive and actively hate their religion. And if I could, I'd press a big button that turned them all into any other religion.
I'm aware. I'm one of the good ones, and even you don't respect my belief system.
I don't respect your belief system. I don't. Guitars don't belong in the house of God. And it got us into a war with Iran. So, religion of peace.
Calm down, Mel. Sorry, I'm gonna cut that.
Leave that.
No.
I'll just text her and tell you said it. That's so fucking funny. I did it to her the other day.
About the Protestants.
Yeah, it's like these fucking Protestants starting war with Iran. Religion of peace.
Okay. So insane.
This is what happens when they have the flying drum people and you have guitars in church. And you don't believe in the miracle of transubstantiation, you get this. You get our current day America. Trump wouldn't be president if we were a nation of Catholics.
Okay. Most of the not even most. A significant portion of the Catholics I know, I could not give you an actual percentage, voted for Trump. And I know they voted for Trump.
None of the Catholics I know did.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's a not insignificant portion. When I say most, it is close. Like, I don't know if it actually is most, but it is like, you know, it's close.
You gotta remember that us, like the city Catholics aren't gonna, but the city Protestants will, because Jesus talks to him apparently. I don't know if you heard this.
I mean, they say that about every president.
No, he said this.
I mean, you sure?
Personally. I woke up from my nap and I was trying to like integrate my soul with my body, because after I wake up from my nap, I am completely disassociated from any form of the flesh. And so I was just looking at Instagram for some cute animals, perhaps an orangutan to guide me back to the mortal realm with his big welcoming hands. And because of how things are going, it was mostly political stuff, so I just felt really bad. But he did like tweet like maybe the most insane thing I've ever seen a president tweet.
Other than Barack and Michelle Obama as AI gorillas?
Yeah.
Like, that's racist, but that's also just straight up insane.
You know, I've known Jesus for a long time. He often says, Donald Trump, we are really close friends, and my father is happy that you're making America great again. It's my favorite country. When he saved my ear from the bullet, he whispered in my ear, the one that was saved, and said, the whole world owes you a great debt of, or just a debt of gratitude for being so Christian and having perfect morals.
That's crazy. Also, he didn't save his ear from the bullet. Oh. His bullet got bounced back.
Wait, that might be a fake tweet. They searched on Truth Social for it. It didn't pop up. He might have just deleted it.
But like, I'm not also I don't know. One of my conspiracies is, and I'm not a doctor. I genuinely don't know. Also, I'm not a plastic surgeon. Maybe a scar that small you would be able to like hide, but he has, or like cover up or whatever, but he has no scar. Like, the bullet cut his ear, the top half of his ear, not off, but like noticeable. It was like partially hanging, and he has zero scar.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a doctor.
I'm
not a plastic surgeon.
Okay, so I'm not sure if it's a fake post, because the only thing saying it's a fake post is it isn't on his timeline, and you can delete things on timelines. So I'm not sure you should believe it's real, based on the other stuff he posts, which we know is real. Yeah, no, I think apparently the counterintelligence guy that just quit said that he has very strong suspicions Israel killed Charlie Kirk.
You've told me that. I think you've said that.
I don't think I have. I think I just claimed that that was the case.
Oh, okay.
I might have just said I'm pretty sure Israel killed him.
Maybe
because he started becoming anti-Israel. Whereas this guy's like, I'm pretty sure Israel did it. And now Netanyahu's probably dead.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they keep like doing, we're like, ooh, he's not at any of his meetings. All his diplomatic stuff are canceled. And every time they post a video of him, it's like AI. Like he has 6 fingers in one of them. It's like blatantly AI. So we're like, ooh, I think Netanyahu died. I think they got him.
It's like, is he dead or is he just like ill? Which is out of commission, but like...
I think they got him.
Okay.
Because I know the Indians accidentally revealed his location to the world with their reporting. I'm not sure. I say accidentally. I don't think they were planning to tell everyone who's trying to kill him where he's at.
Sure.
But they did. So I think Iran got him, along with a bunch of AI data centers. And now Instagram's really quiet.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of things have gotten really quiet because all the Israeli bots are down. Because they blew up like the Mossad's data center, and suddenly there's a lot less people being like, you're anti-Semitic on posts. And it's like, oh, all the bots are gone. Cool. Thanks, Iran. Fucking nuts. I mean, not as nuts as that app. You think on there I'll find Michelle Rodriguez?
I doubt it.
Is she single?
I don't think so, but if she is, she's probably on Raya.
I can't imagine that she's single.
I don't know if she is, but again, she's on the rich person dating app. She's not on a regular dating app.
That's what I'm doing. My 2 things I'm doing this year. I'm getting into soup.
You're getting into soup?
Yeah, I've decided I should have a little soup before bed, so I bought some soup. I'm gonna have a little bedtime soup.
Are you at least like experimenting with a bunch of different kinds of soup?
Yeah, I bought a bunch of different kinds of soup. About 5 different soups.
Are you gonna subscribe to a soup club?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just buying working man's canned soup. I'm gonna have a little can of soup before bed.
Okay.
Feeling a little hungry in the morning. A little bit more hungry than I should be, I think. So I'm gonna have a little soup, and I'm gonna marry Michelle Rodriguez.
That's your goal for 2026.
Yeah, that's my goals for 2026.
Is to get into
appreciate soup. Well, Vic's always like, soup's so good. You should appreciate soup more. I used to live off soup. I used to live off Campbell's Chunky.
I know.
That's what I ate every day.
I was there.
Yeah, but so now I'm getting back to my soup roots, and I'm going to plant a new tree, which is my beautiful marriage with Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, you plan on meeting, dating, getting engaged, planning a wedding, and getting married in 9 months.
Yeah.
How are you going to meet her?
I don't know. Gotta figure that part out. That's obviously step 1.
Well, the longer that doesn't happen, the shorter your timeline becomes.
Maybe I'll just go out there and yell her name real loud. She'll come to me. I think Florence Pugh is in a relationship, so I'll have God's second most perfect woman. It's a very close second.
Please never listen. If at any point this works out, it won't.
Yeah.
But if at any point this works out, never tell her.
Yeah, I'm having this episode deleted. We're gonna be missing a number. No one's gonna know why.
You believe she's got one, that you planned this before you met her, and two, you believe she's a close second of God's favorite woman.
No, perfect
woman, and the first being Florence Pugh.
If she had stronger eyebrows, I think they'd be tied.
Never. These are words. If you want to marry her, these are not words that should ever come out of your
Maybe
mouth.
I should just try to break up Florence Pugh's relationships. I don't have that slip.
I mean, do you know?
So I mean, you look at Florence Pugh, and that is the ideal woman. That is, I think, the platonic ideal of a woman. Probably what Eve looked like. You got 90-degree shoulders, good eyebrows, good jaw, sturdy. I did see a picture of her at like a award show the other day. I'm like, gee, her shoulders are just perfectly. You could put a level on them.
Speaking of award shows, do you have any opinions on the Oscars this year?
No.
It was fine.
Someone was like, "Oh, DC won Best Picture," and I'm like, millions are dying right now.
Sure.
Millions are dying right now. There's like 3-4 active genocides, and I don't care about the industry. I I think movies are important even in times like this, but I don't give a shit about all this money being spent.
I don't know.
I think that's why I always put off by the Oscars, because everyone's always like, Oscars, and like not in the way that like you are, where you're generally excited or to like watch them, where you have opinions on it, but people are like, oh, Oscars. I'm like, they're just industry award. It's like 5 people voting on it. But probably more. But it's like a small number of industry insiders voting on.
And this is the first year where, in order to vote for Best Picture, you had to watch all of the nominees. Yeah. Which I thought was just a rule.
No, I've known it wasn't. Because
I didn't know that it wasn't a rule.
It's just people voting on things that they're like, oh, okay, I like this one. I saw it. I really liked it. It's a farce. It's why I'm more keen on like the Game Awards, because usually winning like Game of the Year like is really good for the people who made it. Like the people that made Claire Obscure are gonna have a lot easier time making their next game, because they made Claire Obscure Game of the Year.
Sure.
And also then usually you get a Game of the Year edition, which is nice for the consumer.
I think it works more like for the individuals less than the movie itself. Like, I want to believe that now that Michael B. Jordan has won Best Actor, like he has more opportunity to get a different type of role, or a like more of a role, that he like has solidified himself as a Denzel type, that like I can basically I can make fences, basically. Like, I won Best Actor. I have proven myself in this track record. They will let me adapt. I also played it on Broadway, but then you will let me adapt August Wilson's Fences. Like, I want to see, like, I know Michael B. Jordan directed Creed 3, but like, I want to know what his Fences is. And I really don't want it to be a remake of Princess Mononoke. I want it to be something completely not that. But
the Oscar's going to get him there. I just looked it up. The Game Awards, Game of the Year, all the award categories are decided by a jury of 100, like up to 100 people who are like games journalists and people like that, like not us like that. I'm like, oh, so it's people who've played all the games and who are okay. That's if it was like all the people, if like the jury for like the Oscars was like 100 film critics across all kinds of different like spectrums, I'd be more for it. But it's such a small group of people.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I think it is like, how many people vote in the Academy Awards?
Around 10,000 film industry professionals, members of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
I wonder if
vote
they
in the
weight the
Academy
votes
Awards.
anyway.
I don't know.
Because I know 10% of the votes for Game of the Year come from, they put out like a poll, so anyone can vote on it, and that's like that makes up like 10% of the vote,
No,
which really is, I think, the deciding factor, because a lot of times these things are coming down to like percentages. But like, you know, if it's like Baldur's Gate and Cyberpunk, right, it's gonna be like percentages, like less than 10%. Something's not winning by like more than 10%.
Yeah.
So if it's 10,000 people,
Yeah.
just has to be some random schmucks, right?
It has to be members of the Academy, which I'm guessing are like, I mean, we could look it up, but I'm guessing that are like people who have worked or work in the industry in some capacity. Members of certain guilds. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like members of certain guilds or like anyone who like currently works in them or worked in the industry in some capacity.
Yeah, but so I'm saying like it could be like a grip who's only seen one of those movies that year. Because I feel like a lot of it, if it's 10,000 people, you're getting people who have not seen all the movies and they're just like, well, I just like this one the best. There's like no thought behind it, you know? Like if you ask them, why do you think that's picture of the year? They couldn't like write a paragraph telling you why it's picture of the year. And I feel like that's why I like that it's the game's journalists, because I say, hey, why do you think this is game of the year? They'll tell me why they think it's game of the year. They'll give me a detailed explanation. It's not just like, I like the vibes. Like, I don't know, if you're going to have this big prestigious award, I think it should be more than just vibe based.
What would you base it on? Like
An actual critique of the film. You know, like how you can like read a review for a movie and it's like 5 out of 5. And they're like, this is all the reasons why it's a good movie.
Sure.
Like that. I'm saying I don't think that all 10,000 people who voted in the Oscars could give me in any great detail why they think it's a good movie beyond just saying it's a good movie.
What makes you say that?
It's my vibe. It's my vibe, ironically.
Yeah, so...
Well, it's because I've talked to a lot of people who are like, this should be movie of the year, or this should be game of the year. And I'm like, well, why do you think that? And they're like, it's the best one.
Sure, but these are people who work in the industry.
You're right. Ubermensch is all of them. I don't trust half the people who work in the industry to have good opinions or be able to enunciate things. I see the slop that gets put. You know how many people voted for the Oscars that definitely worked on the fucking War of the Worlds movie?
Yeah?
I don't think they know what a good movie is. At least the ones who were like, yeah, well, we should make this movie. We should go forward with it. The industry's full of just not good people. Not like morally, but the higher up you go, especially.
Okay.
It's not a group of people that necessarily value artistic merit on its own or like innovation. So like now, in the current batch, like different eras of film, I think you would find more people who are more like movies, you know, like they're like really into the concept. But I feel like now it's very much become. I mean, we look at the movies that get put out. It's starting to slowly swing back, but it was just like a decade of just like reboots and slop.
I mean, with some excellent stuff that came out in between, but...
I mean, look how many great movies get overlooked by these people. Like, you look at, like, awards and, like, so many movies that are definitely, like, fantastic movies. And they're innovative, or they have something artistic to say, like, don't get recognition.
That's just because, like, thousands of movies come out in a year. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking about, like, bigger ones that, like, people, like, know, like, most people know about. I have to look through, but there's definitely years where I'm like,
yeah,
that one?
Yeah, for sure.
I was trying to find the year for my example. Did find out that apparently Top Gun Maverick was nominated for Best Picture?
Yeah. As far as like, if we want the Oscars to acknowledge like the common people movies, then we need nominees like Black Panther and Top Gun Maverick and F1 from this year. Like, if we want the Oscars to not be elitist, stuck up their ass film nerds, then we have to like widen our scope of what is a great movie. And Top Gun Maverick is like just raw fun. It's also a lot of military propaganda. You gotta like whatever, but it is fun, and it was
like
that doesn't shock me that was nominated.
Okay, so Nosferatu had exactly. I just saw it. Nosferatu, as far as I can tell, had a single nomination. Oh, it has 2 nominations. Oh man, I was looking at the wrong year. What the fuck? Okay. Never mind.
Oh, okay. You're fine with it? Okay.
I'm fine with one of them because it's for makeup and hairstyling.
And cinematography, yeah.
The substance. Yeah, okay. It's not necessarily like my cup of tea on what I want to see out of visual effects or costuming and stuff, but I understand.
Sure.
I get it.
Cinematography went to the Brutalists because that's, yeah. I haven't seen that movie, whatever.
Costume design.
Went to Wicked. That's a tough category. I'm fine with any of the wins here because all of them do like really good at really good with
do,
the
but I feel,
what's presented.
if Wicked had won over makeup, I would have been like, what the fuck? But like the substance, yeah, 100%.
Oh no, this is the year where Furiosa got snubbed. Yeah, that last year Furiosa got snubbed because as much as they wanted to pretend to care about Fury Road, when Furiosa came out, which is just as technically impressive, didn't win anything, should have won Best Editing. Not only would I have
What won Best Editing?
now you're gonna make me look it up. Should have been nominated for production design, maybe won, but nominated for production design and won Best Editing. That's that's one of the magic tricks of that movie. Anora, but that was the Anora sweep. I'm fine with Dune Part 2 winning Best Visual Effects. Actually, I'm fine with every nominee in visual effects. As much as I probably would have cut one of them for Furiosa, I'm fine with. I don't even know what Maria is, but
that's the thing. Wicked got carried a lot by not necessarily carried a lot through other categories by the actors in it and just kind of the hype around it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that Wicked shouldn't have won anything, but I feel like there's a lot of categories I'm not sure Wicked should have been nominated for, but it got nominated for because it's Wicked. So like not like a sweep where it's like this is the best movie of the year, it's gonna get everything, but like one that's being put in other categories that I'm certain there are better movies to, but it's Wicked, so it's going in the categories. It's not necessarily like,
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. They're fun. They shouldn't mean as much as they do. Honestly, if you wanna experience an award show that actually means something, go listen to the most recent episode of the Same Movie Every Week, where we gave out the Detective Pikachu Awards. It's the most prestigious award show. It actually means something.
What are the awards?
We had Best Trainer, Best Partner Pokemon, Worst Communicator, Best Live Action Pokemon Design, Best Stunt Scene, Pokemon Employee of the Year.
Okay, this makes more sense.
And
I thought it was going to be a movie award somehow sponsored by, like, these are awards for things in the movie.
No, yeah.
Okay. That is...
And Best Detective was also one of the nominees. So yeah, we are the most prestigious award show. Go check it out.
I think I'm also spoiling award shows because, like, I don't know, I just feel like with the Game Awards, so often it reaches the general consensus for like Game of the Year. Like there's not like the only people who disagree heavily with Game Award nominations are people who are like Fortnite or Valorant, like just some shooter should have won a category, and you're like, why? But like definitely everything that's nominated too, you're like, yeah, 100% these all great nominations, and then the wins, you're like, maybe not my choice, but that's a good win. Like,
Sure.
like I haven't had a year where I looked at it and I'm like, what the fuck? The one year Overwatch won, I'm like, what's nominated? Okay, yeah, fair, yeah.
So you picked the movie.
I did that. I really enjoy you telling me about I really enjoyed you telling me about Underworld.
So, Underworld 2 is Underworld Evolution is less tedious, less stylized, less fun, less runtime. It has so many positives and negatives. It's also just as confusing.
Well, it's because you need the tedious is a result of the slow roasting the movie in the juices of like early 2000s emo culture, which is why you get the perfect capsule of its time, Underworld.
Which I feel like, if Underworld I've described as a 90-minute movie trapped in a 2.5-hour movie, Underworld Evolution is a 70-minute movie trapped in a 105-minute movie. Like, it's still too long. It still could have been an email. Like,
see, my thing I've always thought is that they should have fleshed out a bunch of things and turned it into 2 movies, and that's the trilogy. That's always been my take, is that the Underworld trilogy should have been Underworld and Evolutions turned into 2 movies and like things expanded on.
Oh, like you combine, like, okay.
Like you're taking all the plot points and Underworld 2 and then expanding on them and expanding on plot points from the first one.
Okay, I thought you meant like split Underworld 2 into 2 movies, and I'm like, that it's too long.
Yeah,
as
not
one movie.
releasing as like 2, but like taking everything you're putting into that movie and really putting more work into it, that you get 2 movies.
I think you can take the first hour and a half ish of the first movie And then basically the second movie, you end with Victor dying and then Marcus coming back. That's the end of the second movie. And then the third movie is the Marcus's revenge.
Yeah. Basically, you just take those two movies and you turn them into three by expanding on things that need to be expanded on.
Or have any sense of pacing whatsoever.
And if you need to fill any time, just put more insane lore.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do there. Did you know you can play as the dad in Civilization 6 because he's a real king?
You told me. He's also alive but was killed by his son. Also now his son's a hybrid, so he had the ability because of the werewolf scientist, even though that's not how it worked the last time. That's not how the last resurrection worked, did it? Like, it had to be an intended, like, this is what this was for. I am resurrecting you with my memories and my body. This is just like, some werewolf blood fell into the grave. But like, you already set up how it works. And then
sometimes it works two different ways.
Okay. So,
I know you've said you're not a doctor, but I am the son of a nurse. And let me tell you, the bubonic plague can do weird shit.
Sure.
The canonical reason vampires and werewolves exist, the plague.
So,
not even the plague, the human body's reaction to the plague.
So this movie doesn't really have, in a way that, like, the first movie has a light plot, but there's a plot. The second movie doesn't really have a plot per se. It has like
kick-ass flashbacks.
It has like 3 story beats that it stretches for way too long. Still less tedious than the first one. If this movie had been over 2 hours, I would be arguing we don't watch the third movie. But I don't even remember a lot of it. I remember Marcus is back. I remember it basically picks up that Michael Corvin and Celine are on the run, but they're not. But they weren't on the run the last movie. They were like joined back into their coven. Craven was the one on the run, but he's not on the run in this movie.
Yeah.
He like has his like SEAL team coven.
Yeah.
But like he was exiled and Celine wasn't, but now Celine and Michael are on the run.
Yeah.
But Craven's has his coven. Like,
yeah,
that's not how the movie. There was no like. There was no.
Vampire politics is really complicated. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
But we didn't see any vampire politics.
That's all the first movie was vampire politics.
But we didn't see the vampire politics that got Craven back into being Craven.
We definitely saw the wheels in motions. We just didn't understand them because they're vampire politics.
No, we didn't.
These are people who've lived hundreds and hundreds of years. They move in ways so subtle
that
it's hard to make out. One can barely make it out.
So Corvinus, Arthur Corvinus had 2 sons.
Historical figure. A king.
Arthur Corvinus.
From the history.
Corvinus, or I forget.
You may know him from history.
Yeah. He has 2 sons, Marcus and William. One gets bitten by a bat, and one gets bitten by a wolf.
The father gets the plague, and then he gets better. So his blood's special now.
Yes.
And then one of his sons gets bitten by a bat, and the other gets bitten by a wolf.
And he becomes a vampire and a lichen.
You see, if your father survives the plague and then you're bitten by a bat, you live forever, are beautiful, and have incredible strength.
And so, no, he has incredible strength because he's now a hybrid, because the werewolf scientist bled into his grave.
Well, he still has incredible strength as a vampire.
Sure, but not like...
So, like, if you're the first vampire and you walk up to someone and you throw him 30 feet, and someone's like, well, a hybrid would be stronger, you'd be insane.
No, sure. But, like... in the context of the movie that we know exists.
But he became stronger.
Sure, yes.
Than he was before.
And he had to suck blood. And
the other one got bitten by a dog.
This movie begins with Star Wars rolling credits and a flashback sequence where they capture William.
See, we know what I put in the expanded movie?
More flashbacks?
No, besides that, I put a scene where a bat's flying and the sun lands on it, and then it dies. So that way we know in this world bats die in sunlight. And that's why being bitten by a bat when you have special plague blood makes you die when the sun touches you.
So
They could have just did Nosferatu rules.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, our vampires specifically have to die when they're in the sun. Why? Because the first vampire got bit by a bat.
William has been captured for millennia now. He's been trapped in an Iron Maiden-esque contraption. Victor is the one who captured him? Question mark, I think. Or he at least like led the expedition that led to his capture. Marcus
even if he personally put him in the box, it was a team effort.
Right. Marcus is trying to free William. That is his plan. Marcus doesn't know where William is, but Celine does, because Celine's family built the tunnels and the warehouse and the Iron Maiden that that William is hidden in.
Yeah.
And there are 2 keys. One was the necklace of Lucian, which was on Sonia, and then the other one was inside of Victor in his chest like an Iron Man.
That, honestly, great choice.
Yeah. And they found the 2 keys, and Marcus sucks Craven's blood to find out where Michael and Celine are, because apparently he knows.
But when you're bitten by a bat, as we all know, bats explode in sunlight and also have the ability to receive the memories of people. That's why you can't let bats bite you. They're going to learn our human tongue. And
then he bites Michael and Celine to find out where the capture site is. The reason that Celine was left alive and her family was killed was because she saw the grave site, so she would be like a living map.
You make scientific-y vampires. I say this term loosely, but there is it's because of the immune system. And then you make them explode in sun. I was reminded watching it, how much it bothered me the first time I watched it, where I'm like, why? As much shit as you give Twilight for having sparkly vampires, it makes sense that if they're biologically different, they'd sparkle more than they would fucking die. And if you give vampires a reason they exist, there's got to be a connection why something's happened, right? Oh, my vampire was made by the devil. Sure, the devil hates the sun. Okay, whatever. Cool. But it's I am a vampire because of an immune system response to a bat biting me.
And bats are nocturnal animals, and so you must stay in the night.
Yeah, but they die. I think if you're going that route, you should have it as soon as the sun up. Selena goes, or as soon as the sun touches Celine, Celine goes, "Oh no," and just falls asleep.
Nah, she has to. It wouldn't be cool.
And then they shoot them with the UV bullets, and "Oh no, they're asleep forever."
So also there's an exiled vampire who okay. You know what? The plot of this doesn't matter. Marcus is going for his brother. Celine is trying to stop Marcus. In the end, William is free. That's the plot of
his dad has a SEAL Team 6.
Arthur Corvinus kind of semi-organized.
Well, he was bit by a military operator.
So anyway, there's also an exiled vampire that sold secrets and now sells secrets and guns.
He continues to do the same thing, but now with guns.
And you think when Marcus is there one time, you think it's a flashback, and it's not a flashback. It's happening because they film it and set it up like it's a flashback, but it's not a flashback. Anyway,
that's a little trick.
Yeah. That's not a weird filmmaking decision.
That's a little
that I would almost call a mistake.
It's a little deception to confuse you. You think, oh, this is in the past, has already happened, but then it hasn't.
So So Marcus is a hybrid because the vampire scientist bled in his grave, even though that's not how the resurrection works.
Yeah, but he's also different than any other vampire.
Sure.
Because he's the first one.
Yeah.
Other vampires can't become hybrids without interacting directly with those 2 generations of special plague blood.
But we didn't know that Marcus could become a hybrid until he became a hybrid. half-bred through anyway.
Yeah, but in this movie, it's revealed that it's because he was bit by a bat.
Yes.
Directly.
Well, it's because he's a descendant of Arthur Corvinus.
He has the special blood.
Yes, but some of the other descendants didn't have that power. He just happened to also have the special blood.
Well, he's the first. You know, like genes get diluted over time, except sometimes they come back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
We call those recessive genes.
Anyway,
Hey,
so
look, becoming a hybrid's recessive.
apparently,
You know, like how you can have a bunch of family of not gingers and like 10 generations, there's just suddenly a ginger.
I can't believe that they waited 6 years to follow up this movie.
It took a lot of time to figure out the details of it.
I mean, like, I know that Rise of the Lycans exists in between, but that's a prequel. Also a different director, which we'll get to. We are mentioned a little
The
bit.
writer of this movie was spending a lot of time researching the entire history of Hungarian kings.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'm playing a game set in Bohemia right now, which is also based with historical figures. So I don't know what's what anymore when it comes to Slavic countries.
Okay. Well, this movie makes no sense, but also there's so little plot. This movie made a really weird decision to be less stylistic. To be like it has moments for sure.
Well, you needed the more grounded visualness to kind of go alongside the more scientific view of vampires. Because in the first movie, we're not really sure. It's kind of like mystical a bit. But in this one, it is a much more, these are medically based vampires based on the immune response to a bat biting you, much like how if a dog biting someone made werewolves. And that's a medical, like you could write a paper about that.
I don't know.
How come the dad wasn't bit? Do you think someone would have bit him at some point?
Well, you said he was bitten by a wartime general or like
But he was already at wartime. I'm going to bite myself with double my power.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to live on like an oil ship, a cargo ship. I'm going to live on a boat. See, I really wish they expanded more on that. They set up this like whole secret Illuminati Delta Green X-Files organization run by the immortal father, the patriarch of both werewolves and vampires, who's dedicated his entire life to managing them. They're setting up what the dark universe wanted to be, and then they kill him off. The movie should have ended with Selena like 100% in charge of this organization.
For as long as these movies are, I either want expansive lore or more stuff going on. You can't do neither.
He should have been here's the keys to my boat, Celine. You're in charge now.
I found this movie was more frustrating than the first one for sure. And I think it's because technically it's better, but it's so much less fun. It's so much less batshit. But it's not batshit.
It's trying to become more of a franchise, where the first one was setting up for a franchise for sure. Was 100% more like, yo man, it's early 2000s. We've all listened to Bullets. Let's put on some Asking Alexandria and make a fucking vampire movie. It's fundamental for the culture, I think.
Yeah, because this movie actually is, if I'm outside of the visuals and like a couple interesting lore things, this movie is pretty boring. The last movie is tedious, but like not boring.
Yeah, this movie isn't. I think Underworld is more foundational for the subculture compared to any of the other movies. Like, Underworld is something you can throw into, like, this is my mood board for, like, emo in the early 2000s.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
And it's something that, like, a lot of people watched who were emo. And I guarantee you the numbers drop drastically each movie.
I think that Underworld would be, like, really, really good at 90 minutes. Or at least, like, really fun at 90 minutes.
When you're, like, listening to Bullets and you're fucking, you know, wearing those, like, black and white bands and stuff, like, you're okay stewing in Underworld. Because it's such a fucking vibe, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not a fast-paced culture. But then,
but the movie is an action movie. It should be faster paced.
You just don't get it, Dad. But then, like,
I do get
you just kind of you can't soak in the other movies like you can in the first one.
Good to
know. I'm not saying the pacing is like I'm not defending the pacing as like a good choice in the first one, but like it works with the audience. I think.
Sure,
it's very much like of its time, of its culture. And that is not something shared by the pacings of the other one.
Okay.
I think Mel had something to say about you not being horny about the last one.
Why does Mel care what makes me horny?
Because she's our number one fan.
And Mel deeply cares about what exactly makes me horny?
She cares about what's discussed on the podcast.
And I don't understand why that's as discussed as frequently as it is.
Oh, she said, this episode really outs Harrison as someone who learned nothing about himself from watching Queen of the Damned. And then she said it's a foundational work in the horny teen vampire movies that probably weren't actually for teens.
No, they were not for teens. They were literally rated R.
Don't worry, I'm also not in that group because I'm like, I've never seen this movie. I have other foundational vampire movies where I understand something about me sexually. Not Queen of the Damned, which is apparently a Lestat movie.
I've not seen. I know what it is. I haven't seen
That's
it.
a movie adaptation. I had no idea. But that was the one where she realized things about herself.
Well, good for her.
What was your emo, horny movie where you realized things about yourself?
Bro, I don't know.
This is why I was asking you what movie was your sexual awakening, because I was trying to see if it would just be your first answer.
I don't know. What are we defining as emo movies?
Oh, you would know. You would know if you had one. I think you just have a regular sexual awakening movie.
Well, yeah, this aesthetic has never been.
What movie did you learn something about yourself? Parentheses horny.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I've given this zero thought. I don't have like a grand awakening. It's more just like over time.
As much as I say it's Avatar, it's not.
Yeah.
Because
You said this last week?
did I say this last week?
Yes. This is the
Oh
topic.
yeah, I did, yeah.
Because I was like, it's probably something I saw on TV at that time.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
But like, I don't know. The thing with my like media sexual awakening, whatever we want to call it, is that there was no like big whatever. It was just a slow my general sexual awakening was just like a slow realization of who I am who I am and how I identify. There was no like big revelation. It was just like, oh, okay. Oh, I also, okay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I found like a lot of characters to be attractive, and like that has never really.
But you've never seen a character do something and it did something to you.
Not really that I could think of. Like, I don't. That's not how I think of sex. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think of sex as this like grand revelation. It's just like,
None of these characters told you that they love you.
okay, just
Love
okay.
belongs in a church, not a movie theater. I get you.
No move. No.
You know what? Valid. I respect it. That's a valid choice, and I respect your choice.
Thank you. I don't need like. I don't know. I can be horny without loving someone. And I understand the appeal of casual sex. It is not necessarily something that at this point in time in my life I want to engage in. One, because I'm in a committed relationship and I'm pretty happy. But if I were single and it was a thing agreed upon with another person, I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. I'm just like, there's no appeal in that to me right now. And it's not like, again, it's not like a demisexual, I have to know them to be attracted to them type thing, because I have been attracted to people, I've like been attractive and been horny like for people I do not know. It is truly just I don't understand the appeal of not caring about the person you're sleeping with.
I don't think there's an appeal in it.
There is an appeal. There is an appeal.
I think
it
it's just
wouldn't.
inconsequential. It's not a thing considered. Be it appeal, or what's the opposite of an appeal? What's the opposite of something appealing to you?
Unappealing.
You're 100% right. It's neither appealing nor unappealing. It's just not. I think in a lot of casual sex, certainly in mine, it's just not a consideration. It's not on the table to think about.
And for me, it's just a thing that if I could choose between
I'm not
sleeping
being
with
like, oh, I don't care about this person at all. As my dick slowly rises, it's not a consideration.
Well, it wouldn't start for me. Like, it would be a non-starter. Like, it would. And again, in a different situation and agreed upon beforehand, whatever. I just don't understand the idea of it's not even love or deeply it's that that I have no emotion to them whatsoever.
Yeah,
positive or negative.
There's ship passing in what's the term?
Two ships passing in the wind.
Yeah, there's two ships passing in the wind, and they're hot.
See, that does nothing for me. I don't care if you're hot. Who are you as a person? Like, I am sex to me is a very intimate act. It is an emotional bonding act. And like, I don't want to emotionally bond with someone who I don't give a shit about.
Or actors, apparently.
Or actors?
Yeah, you never had that revelation in a movie.
Well, there are actors I find hot, but it was never like...
You never like Celine. I know who Celine is, and Celine knows who I am on an emotional level.
No, but no. There are actors I find hot and like whatever, horny, whatever we want to say. But like, it's no... I can't think of a movie where someone has done something in a movie that has activated like, oh, this is a thing I'm into. Like, I'm into people and like the emotional bonding that sex is. And like, I don't know, they're not, I don't like talking about sex or sharing sex stories. This is a bit, but also real life, because there's like another person involved and you know the other person. And I don't think it's fair to share like a story that is also theirs.
Call her up.
No.
Get her on the phone.
No, but there are like, I don't know. There are acts, I'm not naming specifics, that like I didn't know whether or not I would be into, and then you try something and it's like, oh, I like or I dislike this. But like that's with a person. There's no like movie that I've seen, like I didn't like watch Celine cut Victor's head in half and it was like, step on me, mommy. Like that wasn't a thing that that wasn't a thing that I suddenly discovered that I'm into, you know? Like sexuality is just it's not even a thing I consider most of the time. Yeah, and again, I also think of sex as more of an intimate act than you do.
Yeah.
We have gone way off of the movie. I mean, I've pretty much said everything I have to say about this movie. It is weaker
Did you
than
like
the first
romance
one.
scenes better or worse?
I liked them more. They were better directed. I think that they had just as little chemistry as the first movie, but the actual sex scenes were better directed. And I only point them out. I actually don't care about like sex scenes in movies, positive or negative one way or another. I only point out that these sex scenes were better done because the first one was so bafflingly directed, like insane. In the second one, when he uses Michael's body and Celine's body to like cover like the nudity of the female figure, is an almost interesting artistic choice. That if the first one wasn't so bafflingly directed, I almost wouldn't think that it was also to get a PG-13 rating. He just did it better. It's that the sex scene in the first Underworld is so wrong. It's so incorrectly made that I don't understand how it wasn't cut. And that this ones are better, and I wouldn't think positively or negatively about them if the first one wasn't so bad.
Did it show the hands and face?
Yeah, and torso. And
that's all you need?
Yeah.
I learned that in a class.
Yeah, that torso, and when you shoot a sex scene, you're gonna have no torso out of like a way to spite Nate Shively or something.
Yeah. No, not Nate Shively, it was Jamie Naples.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know. Do we have anything to say?
If you had to bone one of these characters, who would it be?
I don't. I don't know, man. Celine. She's a pretty. Kate Beckinsale is a pretty woman. Like, what are we? I don't know. This movie doesn't do anything sexually for me. This movie, like, and it's weird that you keep trying to make it. Like, this movie doesn't do anything for me.
It's dripping.
I don't watch this movie and like get salivate or get hard.
I would call this movie like
not this one. Maybe the first one.
This movie's all the Underworlds are wet movies, wet with sex.
No, this movie actually has more sex, and I would say it's less horny.
It's wet with it, dude.
No, it's not. They have no chemistry. I almost believe sometimes when they quip at each other that they like enjoy being in the same room together. Kind of. But that's as far as I can go. They don't have any chemistry in this movie. In the first one, they have slightly more in this movie graded on a curve. But like Yeah, they're both hot, but like there should be more to it. If you're going to pretend that she left the vampire coven and killed her father for him, make me believe that this love story is worth it.
How do you improve the chemistry? Give me one change.
Screen test. I would hire different actors and chemistry screen test before with Kate Beckinsale.
You gotta also remember she's kind of like a aloof vampire.
Okay, not in this one. In this one, she's cracked wide open. She's a bleeding open wound emotionally.
For a vampire.
Again, jeez. It's my biggest issue outside of all of the technical stuff of it being boring that I have is that I don't believe this love story at all.
I think there's I look at it and I realize that there's a very strong chemistry between them two, but they're one of those couples you look at and you don't understand it. But inside, there's a burning passion.
But I don't want to make a movie about those couples.
And that maybe
I want to make a movie about couples that I understand why they love each other. I don't want to make a movie. Film is a visual medium, and if you're not going to visually
they're showing us the mystique, the mystery of the vampire.
But they're not. They're
look,
the CGI in this movie is worse than the first one, if only because it's not. This movie itself isn't as stylized. I actually think the CGI in this movie is like fine. It's passable. There are a couple shots that look like it was like not claymation, but like that style of animation that like I thought was an interesting choice. I don't know. I said the first episode. I don't know if I cut it or not. I don't remember. The editing that episode was a haze.
Too horny thinking about all the sex dripping off the movie.
Too confused on what that movie was. That I
keep trying to edit this movie,
board.
but my huge engorged cock keeps knocking my computer over.
That I would be fine with watching all 5. I kind of think after the second movie, I'm done after the third one.
I only pitched the trilogy.
I know, but I thought,
and then you're like, let's do all 5.
Well, I thought the rest of them were going to be as fun. I thought that like they were going to be dumb fun and shorter. I didn't realize they were going to be boring.
Outside the trilogy, they're kind of bad.
I would argue the trilogy's bad.
No, the trilogy's fantastic. It's a time capsule of a time period. And when you open that, what's that? That's the smell of sex, baby. It's dripping. And there's a must coming off this because it's horny as shit.
All right, I'm done. I'm done dealing with you. Do you want to do socials?
Yeah. If you want to see, I'll post on my Instagram expose. Because Harrison's been lying to this whole time. It's going to be him staring at a cardboard cutout of Celine, stamping his foot and howling like a wolf. Because ever since we watch it, he texts me like every day, being like, maybe I'll post the screenshots up there, where he's like, fuck.
The like 2 texts I've sent you.
I don't know why I'm not talking about it on the podcast, but like,
fuck off.
The movies make me so fucking horny, dude.
No, where I think I was like, the sex scene is actually competently done, and I only notice it because the first one was so
They make
bad.
me so horny, and I'm gonna have to go jack off now. I'm gonna post those on my Instagram,
Okay.
or the show Instagram. I don't plug mine because I'm getting even more bots now.
Now that you've stopped plugging it?
They already know. It's been picking up, and I think it's hit its peak. It's all the same intro. The last one was a cop. It's Two Men Movie Podcast on Instagram. If you want to email us, if you want to send me your Harrison X Selena fan fiction, you can send that to Two Men Movie Podcast at gmail.com. Remember, he is thirsty for this woman, so be sure to carry over that just raw sexuality between them. I think that's why you're talking about the chemistry being off so much, because you're like, we'd have the real chemistry.
Anyway,
If you wanna watch, I'll also be leaking Harrison's sex tape with Celine on our YouTube.
Okay.
2 Men Movie
With this
Podcast.
fake character, I'm fine with. Also, I was like, I've never made a sex tape in real life, but I want to know where this is going.
It's your sex tape with a 2003 Underworld theater cutout of Celine.
Show description, shirts, hats, mugs. I don't know if there's stickers or posters.
I think there's stickers.
Oh, there are stickers? I should buy a sticker. I should buy a sticker of my own show.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were stickers.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
Fuck.
There's all kinds of stuff.
I haven't been since we first started the store.
Yeah,
Marvin gives this, I don't know.
No offense, he's too busy jacking off and all in this film.
Sure, absolutely. You can fuck.
I think he did this last movie too.
You can find me on Instagram at harrisonpoole.com. That's HARRISONPOOLEDODCOM, harrisonpoole.com. You can find me on Substack at Harrison Poole's Routine Maintenance. And you can find me on Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week where we are watching Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping.
My uncle hates that, man.
What?
My uncle hates Andy.
Oh, he does? Damn.
I don't know why. He doesn't like a lot of stuff, but there is like a noted hatred of it. And we're like, why do you hate this guy? What did he do to you?
I don't know, man. But
Maybe he's anti-Semitic.
he maybe. So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.